Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. So, we continue with our topic, Buddhau śaraṇam anviccha. May you seek shelter in the intellect, which means karma yoga. Take shelter in the right attitude. So yesterday we discussed that Lord Krishna has already given us the knowledge that you are Satchidananda Atma and there is nothing but this in the creation. What we see before us is nothing but manifestation of this Satchidananda in the form of Ishvara. So what we see, what we confront is nothing but Ishvara. And I am also the same Ishvara. With this knowledge in our intellect, with this knowledge in the background, now we function in life. But as we said yesterday, but now there is a shift, there is a paradigm shift. Earlier, when I was working in the universe, when I came in contact with the world, I myself was a needy person, and what I saw before me were different individuals. But now, this is also Ishvara, and what I confront is also Ishvara. But this knowledge has to become reality for me. It is there, of course, now, but I'm not steeped into it. It has not become spontaneous for me. To make it spontaneous, to make it real, I have to live it every moment. I have to make this knowledge reality. So, knowledge and practice, bringing it in our day-to-day life, every moment, as far as possible, will be karma yoga, will be taking shelter in the right attitude. So Lord Krishna says, for this you need not go anywhere. Your life is enough for this. So where do we begin? We begin with our life and wherever we are. See, every one of us has an assigned place in life. And according to that, we have different roles to play. We all play multiple roles at a time. At home, I am mother also, wife also, sister also, daughter-in-law also. Moment I step out of the house, I'm working somewhere, and accordingly I have roles. And with each and every roles, as we know, the script is attached. There is a script attached to every role. Now, I play these roles with the best of my capacity. I know what is to be done. I learn the script. If I do not know, I know about the script and then play the role. But now reversing the process, reversing the entire thing. So far, I also needed something. For me, the individual and its needs were important. My ego, my likes, my dislikes, my convenience, what is favorable to me, what is not favorable to me, all these were important so far. But now all this has to go in the back burner. Why? Because now I have to reverse the process. Don't forget this ever. Karma yogi is a knowledgeable person. In fact, Lord Krishna eulogizes, praises Karma yogi as a sannyasi. He calls him a sannyasi in making. Karma yogi is a sannyasi in making. In fact, in chapter number 6, he says, Anashrita karma phalam karyam karma karoti yaha. Am I audible everywhere in the last benches also? Okay. He says, Anashrita karma phalam karyam karma karoti yaha. One who does what is to be done. One who does what is to be done at every moment is a sannyas, and without any desire for personal benefit, without any desire for personal agenda. One who works and does what is to be done. Lord Krishna says, Sahas sannyasi. He is a sannyasi, yogi cha. He is a yogi too. Are, Bhagavan, he has not changed his clothes. He is not a sannyasi. He doesn't wear orange clothes. Nor is he a yogi. Yogi there means one who does hatha yoga, one who is always careful about, chitta vritti nirodha. That is the mainstream yoga, where you are aware all the time about no thoughts, no vrittis coming in your mind. Chitta vritti nirodha. You restrain. The thoughts are coming and you restrain it and try to keep the mind without any thoughts, because they think that only then and then you will be with the reality. So that is a yogi. That is keeps on doing pranayama and all these things. Lord Krishna says that a karma yogi is already, even though he is working in the world, fulfilling all his duties, he is still a sannyasi. He is still a yogi. He compares them to a sannyasi and to a yogi. Why? Precisely because even though he is working, even though he is not a sannyasi, his bent of mind, his mind is that of a sannyasi. Why? Because niyatam kuru karmatvam. He does what is to be done, but without any desire, without any craving for personal benefit. I'm fine. Sannyasi, supposedly, ideally speaking, is atmani eva atmana tushtaha. He is happy in himself, by himself. He is always happy, content, even though he may not have things around him. But he is happy in himself, by himself. He is sthita prajna. This is a sannyasi. This is a wise man. This karma yogi has to become like this. And so he keeps this in his mind, in his intellect, and then functions. Does what is to be done. Now, his likes and dislikes doesn't come into play. Not because I like. I do not do a thing because I like. I do not avoid a thing, avoid a duty because I don't like it. I don't like to fulfill my duties for this person. Why? Because I don't like him. No. Keeping this aside and then he does what is to be done. In this order of creation, order of Ishvara, there is propriety. You have to work, you have to be with the order. And that is by performing your duties according to your place, according to this role that is assigned to you. Fulfill it, play it to the letter. As they say, dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. When you write, we are writing something, then we always don't dot the I and cross the T's. We are in hurry. No. Now when you are performing your duties, you do everything. But with the bent of mind of a sannyasi, being a sannyasi, you do it. So, anashritaha karma phalam. This karma yogi doesn't take refuge of phala, not keeping in mind, what is in this for me? How will I be benefited? If otherwise, generally speaking, if I'm going to get something, then I will exert. Then I will put in my best efforts. Otherwise, if I'm not going to get any recognition or any material benefit or anything, then we have to see how much we are ready to put in. Then we don't have our time. Then our inclination, our interest is lost, generally speaking. But here, no. Anashritaha karma phalam, without any desire, he has the result in mind that when I'm speaking, students should listen, that I should be audible, but not because of my name and fame. I'm not working for that. So, that is why he's a sannyasi. Lord Krishna compares him with a sannyasi plus a yogi too. Why? Because for this you have to be alert. You can't go to sleep. Otherwise you forget. Karma yoga is forgotten. I began the work, finished it with the same past way, with my old habits. I did it and asserted myself, insulted a few people. I was arrogant in so many things. But no, I am not supposed to forget. So just as a yogi is always alert and vigilant to the extent as to what thoughts, vrittis are going on in the mind. What am I thinking when I'm talking to this person? What I am really seeking? How I'm maneuvering? We do that. We manipulate and everything. Keeping the ego in mind, my benefit in mind. But now, yogi is the one who is always alert. Similarly, this karma yogi is alert, never forgets that I am out to serve. As I said, reversing the process. This is not what we have been doing so far. We were working in a different way, but now we reverse the process. They say, that when a river goes back to its source, it's supposed to be very auspicious. That place, that spot is very auspicious. When the river goes back to its source, there are some places like that. Similarly, karma yogi is reversing the process. So far, whenever you work, whenever you are out to do something, there are two altars before you. Which are these two altars? Either ego or Ishvara. Either I offer it to ego, or there is a choice before me. I do it for Ishvara. Ishvara means what? Ishvara in the form of the creation before me. There is Ishvara in my puja room, my personal Bhagavan, my personal Ishta Devata. He is there. But now I'm confronting the Ishvara in the temple of this universe. This entire universe is a temple, big puja room, very big puja room, where each and every name and form, we don't have much problem in seeing Ishvara in inert things. because they don't react. They don't talk back. But with people, and that too, with people whom I'm related, with people whom I'm close, as it were, whom I'm come in contact with every day, there I have problems, There it is difficult to see Ishvara. It is easier to see Ishvara in some third person with whom I'm not related. But seeing Ishvara in my sister, brother, employer, spouse, very difficult. Because that time he did not do this for me. Look at the way they behave. Every time if I do like this, I will be taken for granted. What about me? We have to put up a show. Yes, that was okay so far. That was okay so far. So far, in all these lives, we have validated that. Always pampering, nourishing, validating the ego. But then, consequently, that ego has remained with us. It did not budge. This ignorance has been there. Anadi kalaha suptaha jivaha. Anadi mayaya suptaha. We are sleeping in this slumber of ignorance since the beginningless time. We have to break this chain. We have to break it and break it hard. It will be difficult in the beginning because this ego has claimed the place of Satchidananda. In reality, I am full. In reality, I am everything. Reality is that whether we believe it or not, whether we can swallow this or not, but it remains truth. So now we assert it. We have to assert, and there is nothing more beautiful than that. Whatever is sattvic, always remember, is difficult in the beginning. The path of sattva is difficult to tread in the beginning. Yet, Lord Krishna says in the 18th chapter, he says, Yattad agre vishamiva. Yattad agre vishamiva. That which is difficult in the beginning. Difficult like what? Poison. Yattad agre vishamiva. But pariname mrutopamam. But in the result is nothing but nectar. Nothing but giving us joy. Yattad agre vishamiva pariname amrutopamam. Tat sukham satvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. Lord Krishna says this is sattvic joy, wherein the happiness that is within manifests. Happiness is my nature. I am Satchidananda Atma, but it doesn't manifest. It doesn't come out. So much so that today it is very difficult to believe. Swamini ji, you mean I am Satchidananda? I am Atma? We can't believe because that happiness has gone much, much, much deep. It is all rusted. And raga, dveshas, ego have taken the place. This ego is imposter. It has taken the place of Atma, claiming to be Atma. We have to now reverse the process. And for that, we have to always keep in mind, I am Satchidananda Atma. Everything is Ishvara. And now I play the roles. Now I am on the field. And I keep this in mind. And now I function from the platform of fullness. Not from the platform of emptiness. Not from the platform of need. Give me, give me, give me. My hand is otherwise, overtly or covertly, always stretched out to the world. Please give me. Give me importance. Give me love. Give me security. Give me this. Give me that. Forget it. As long as you keep on doing this, there is no end to it. You will never discover the fullness here. The self-esteem that is there, I need not ask for it. I'm all secure. The Atma, the reality which supports the entire creation. What need does it have to beg? But we have to give up this beggarliness. It won't go on its own. Nothing happens on its own. Purushartha, hard work. Wrong habits have been formed. We have to now undo them. Undo them. Every moment it has to be done. So now when I play my roles, what is my orientation? Let me do it to the best of my capacity. Let me please the Ishvara before me in any form. It may be he or she or anything. Anyone that is before me, let me please, let me offer. Anena Parameshwaraha Priyatam. May the God in him, may the Ishvara in him be pleased. When can anybody be pleased? Is it easy to please anyone? Very difficult. Some people are very difficult. Difficult to please them. But then if we want to do it, if our intention is clear, then it will reach. The very thought, that I want to be nice to you, I want to care for you, it reaches. Begin with this. Begin from here. Change your thoughts. Outside we speak very well. Namaste, hi, hello, how are you, this, that. We are very courteous, very formal. But what is going on inside? Why this fellow had to come? Why did I meet him? Why did I see him in the first place in the morning? This also reaches. Understand, this reaches. And without reason, you come to know that this person doesn't like me also. I don't like him, he doesn't like me. We come to know. This SMS goes. It goes, The internet is very powerful. So in fact, begin from here. Whatever may be our history, whatever may be our history so far we didn't see eye to eye. So far it may have been like that. But I bring about a change here. Here I bring about a change. What? You are Ishvara, and I want to please you. The very thought itself will bring about a change. And then it will be very easy to express, very easy to manifest that. And it will reach. Things will change. And moment you see smile on their face, when you do something for them, it will give joy. The happiness for which we are working so hard and still we don't find it will come very easily. This secret we don't know. What are we working so hard for? Tell me. Money and this and that. We are bending backwards to find that happiness, but we don't find it. Comes and goes, comes and goes. Dukkham, 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 sukham. As Swamiji says, Dukkham, 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 sukham. Sukham. Then again dukkham, dukkham only. Our life has more of dukkha. And there is no reason for it. When I am happiness, why should this dukkha be there? And still it is there. But I now wake up and bring about a change. So, when I perform and duties are there, I don't shirk them. I don't run away from them. I just need an opportunity. Duties are something that Ishvara has given. I didn't know where I'll be born, in which family, in which country. Who will I be related with? I didn't know all this. Some of the relations we made after coming here. But some we are born with. Some we are born with. So, that's given. Things are designed that way. And so, I don't reject it, don't run away from it, and fulfill my duties as best as possible. And not with the patronizing attitude. I'm doing for you. I'm obliging you. No. Not that manner. That will also reach, sometimes people come to know that he doesn't want to do and is doing. So they are not happy taking our services. That is also very evident. But I don't make it I do it because I want to do. I'm happy doing it. I'm happy doing it. Not easy. This is not easy. My old likes and dislikes will come in way. They will start murmuring. They will raise their head. But again, I go back to what we have learned. I never swerve from that. Buddhau śaraṇam anviccha. I seek refuge in that knowledge. And silence my likes and dislikes. In fact, that is the only way to neutralize them. Otherwise, they won't go. Every time my raga, either it will perpetuate, become strong, and dvesha also will become stronger and stronger. We never get rid of them. But by functioning in this manner, that I have to do it, not because I like, but because it is to be done. This is the response. Every situation, understand, calls for a proper response from me. As a speaker, I should be responding accordingly. As a listener also, there is a duty. And when we understand this, we live up to that. By doing that, gradually, my likes and dislikes, kama, krodha, all of this will get neutralized because I have stopped nourishing them. By doing what is to be done. Just taking an example, recent example. We all went through a very, very bad time, sinister time in this COVID. That time, I don't know about here, but in India, I saw, I know so many doctors, etc. The entire medical fraternity, they were totally oblivious of their personal convenience and likes and dislikes and security, everything. And they just devoted themselves. Nurses and medical staff and doctors, the way they have done, the way they just were out to serve was really very praiseworthy. That is because you are conscious of what you are supposed to do. And when you listen to that, then you are giving. So now I work from the platform of giving, sharing, and not seek something. I'm not seeking, but I am giving. Then, Lord Krishna points our attention in the 3rd chapter to show that this is what is going on in the universe constantly. To be very honest, this is the principle. The entire universe is running on the principle of giving. When you look at the nature, each and every component, element of nature is giving. Nobody is aggrandizing. Nobody works for themselves. You may say, but it is inert. But it is telling us something. Through them, Ishvara is working. That is how the order is. Lord Krishna points our attention to that. He tells Arjuna that there is this wheel of yajna, which I have made it prevalent in the universe. Each and every component of the nature works for others. Whether it is sun, moon, trees, rivers, The entire cosmos is designed that way, that you sacrifice yourself. You sacrifice yourself for others. In nature, we never see anything. That sun that just doesn't give place to moon. No, I will remain there. I won't go. No competition. Rather, there is the spirit of cooperation. Trees do not bear fruits for themselves. Mango tree doesn't say, all this Alfonso's for me. Kesar for me. Doesn't keep a single thing for itself. Just distributes. Rivers flow for others. This is there in the nature. This is how it is designed. This is how the universe is made. And Lord Krishna says, human being, you also have to join. Only you have the freedom. You are given the freedom whether to join or not. Free will is given only to you. But it is taken for granted that you will understand. And when you join, you will be benefited. You are with Ishvara, you touch Ishvara. When you are with the order. So, because each and every individual is also a link in the whole chain. As Swamiji points out very beautifully, that in a single chapati, in the cup of tea which we drink in the morning, the very first thing is what? I want coffee. I want a cup of tea. In that one cup of tea, who has contributed? Who has contributed? Swamiji says the entire universe. Because the entire universe has contributed, that I can enjoy this one cup of tea in the morning. This is just one cup, huh? The rest of the day I'm going to have many more. In that just one cup of tea, just think the tea and the milk and the water and the tea growing somewhere, sun and moon and the seasons and everyone working upon it, and then bringing it here, retail, and so many things go into it. And that is how I enjoy a cup of tea, which means I am every moment a beneficiary of what the entire universe is doing. How can I say this life is my own? I have nothing to, I am a self-made man. I have no time for others. We have no business to say this. We may get away with all this, but sooner or later, remember, Bhagavan is smarter than us. He will catch up with you. Because he says in Bhagavad Gītā that one who takes and doesn't pay back is a thief. Is a thief. Stena eva saha. He's a thief. Because this universe is made on this principle of give and take. We have taken from everyone. From our parents to begin with, from our grandparents. That just imagine the amount of time that they've given to us. For parents to raise a child is not easy, that you know better. The amount of sacrifice that parents make to make the child write, to hold a pencil, teach him A, B, C, all this. Ask your mother how difficult it was. To make you eat, you run away everywhere. They hold you. Why should they? Don't eat. Bother. No. They spend sleepless nights. And then, that time we were recipients. We received all these services. Now, it is our time. Now it is our turn. When now I'm responsible, I'm grown up, I am capable, and they are weak. They need the help. So automatically it becomes my duty. I'm indebted to them. Pay back. Pay back. Keep aside your convenience. Keep aside. They have done that. They did not sleep at night. They made so many sacrifices. You also do that. No, my career and my this and my that. They also had it. Whether they gave or not, but it is becoming of me as a responsible person, and now more so because I know that I have to do. I'm in the position of giving. Parents, grandparents, our ancestors, they all live in me. They all are here in this body. I have to give back to them. Similarly, rishis, teachers, whatever we are, is because of what they have taught. See the rishis, they had this knowledge, didn't keep it with themselves, just gave it to the society. Nowhere will you find who wrote this Ishavasya Upanishad. You don't find Rishi's name. Just selflessly, they imparted the knowledge. Not only this knowledge, Vedantic, or the knowledge of the scriptures, science and physics and all these other branches of knowledge, we have learned them from our teachers, society, scientists, so many. We are reaping the fruits of what they have done, all the medicines and technology and this and that. It becomes my duty to pay back in some way. I have received, and so now I return the favor. This concept of returning the favor has to in some way reflect in our life. There is a thing called gratitude. There is a thing called gratitude. It's a very big thing. If you have it, it shows purity. It shows that your mind is evolved and pure, that you have not forgotten. So, give back to them. To other human beings who are not as well placed as we are, as they are not as privileged as we are, but they are serving the society. So many people, they do some very lowly work, etc. They do, but we are recipients of all that. We are taking their services. Even if we are paid, we will not do that. There are certain works, even if they pay us, we will not do. We cannot. So thank them, and in your own way, pay back. Pay back to the society. Pay back to those people. This is all yajna. This is, the entire creation is based on the principle of yajna. Yajna means Vishnu. Veveshti iti Vishnu. He pervades. Lord Krishna says, Yajnarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Any action, he is very clear in what he says. Any action which doesn't have the spirit of yajna. Yajna means offering. In the olden days, there used to be fire, and you offer some dravya into that, and that goes. That is that yajna bhavana, where the spirit of offering is involved. Lord Krishna brought that yajna in our lives. He is a revolutionary. That which was confined only to the forest and to the this ritual of fire ritual, he brought it in our day-to-day lives. Make your life nothing but an offering. Right up to 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gītā, Lord Krishna talks of this, emphasizes upon this, because it is Arjuna is still not convinced. Right from this, from 2nd chapter onwards to 3rd, then to 5th, till the end, he is not that convinced about karma yoga. He resisted. Arjuna resisted. He said, why should I work when I am not interested in the result? See, when I am no more, he says, kinno rajyena govinda, kim bhogaihi jivitena va. He says, what will I get out of kingdom? I don't want anything. See his thinking. He says, just because I don't want anything, why should I fight? I am no more interested in the kingdom, in riches, in wealth, in name and fame, so why should I fight? Which means what? Only if I wanted kingdom, then I should fight. Arey, this is not that kind of fight. This is dharma yuddha. You are given that you are a warrior, you are a kshatriya. It is your duty to defend, to protect dharma. This talent is given to you. So now when it is the time to bring it into practice, you want to fold up your bow and arrow and retreat. This is not done. As a leader, as a warrior, as a kshatriya, people are looking up to you. You are a role model for them. And how can you say, just because I am not interested in the result, I will not fight? Is karma only meant for personal benefit? Lord Krishna, durena hi avaram karma, buddhi yogat. This kind of karma is much, much, much inferior. I always keep myself in the center and then decide whether I should do or no. Forget, no. See what the totality needs. What the samashti, what the totality needs. And each and every individual is important. Don't think that I am not important. Whether I do or not, it's not important. It is very important. We all have to contribute by being where we are. If we cannot do much, be where you are and perform your duties to the best of your abilities. Swamiji says we all have three things. Time, either time, treasure, talent. Give all of them if you have all three. Three T's. Time, treasure, talent. And everybody has some talent. Something very unique about everyone. Distribute. Because now, where am I working from? I am a giver. I am full. My cup is full. Full to the brim. My cup is full because that is my reality. And so I give. Who can give? Who is rich. So assert your richness. Don't assert your beggarliness. Assert your richness. And remember, Swamiji says beautifully, in giving you grow. In giving you grow. It's a different mathematics. Otherwise, when we give, that much we are less. When I part with something which I have, that much, if I have 5 oranges and 3, if I give it to you, I will have that much less. But no, here what does it say? In giving you grow. So, the progress of a person is in transforming from a consumer, from being a consumer to being a contributor. Bhagavan says in 18th chapter that yatav pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tam abhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha. Which means what? Lord Krishna says yatav pravrittir bhutanam, that because of whom we can do everything, that we are functioning, talking, walking, breathing, well placed in life, is because of whom? Yena sarvamidam tatam, the Ishvara who pervades the entire creation in the form of laws, different laws. Universe is functioning very well because there are laws. Swakarmana tam abhyarchya, may you worship him. May you worship this Ishvara by your karma. May swakarmana, by your actions, tam abhyarchya. Tam means to that Ishvara, may you worship. What will I get? Bhagavan says, Siddhim vindati manavaha. You will gain success. What success, Swaminiji? I will have more and more millions, billions. Not that success. Success which he refers to there. Siddhim vindati manavaha. Manavaha vindati siddhim. Human being will gain siddhi, success. Which success? Your mind will be pure. You will be happy. When you give, you don't need anything. When you give, automatically you feel good. Automatically, you raise yourself in your self-esteem. Otherwise, we have everything, but we don't respect ourselves. We have no high opinion about ourselves. I know, even if you praise me, I know who I am. I know. I'm not happy. You will be happy when you respect yourself, when you love yourself. It's not enough that you love me. I have to love myself. Even if you love me, but then I will doubt, do you really love me? Because I don't think that I'm lovable. Do you really? I think you are just saying it. Oh. But in the process of giving, loving, caring, sharing, it all comes back to me. This, the very thing, this we have to discover. This we have to discover. And how will we discover? How will we discover? By doing it, by experimenting it. These are the words of Bhagavan. This siddhim vindati manavaha. It's not, don't think that aham brahmasmi, Satchidananda, it's not a miracle. Suddenly I will come to know. That won't happen. It is a process. It is a process. Even though it is a reality. But praptasya praptihi. It is already achieved, but I have to achieve it. It is achievement, understand. It is achievement of what is already achieved. It is a fact, existent fact about me. But I don't feel it. Today I don't feel it. Because I have divided. First of all, there is a notion I am nothing. And then, if you are favorable to me, then I like you. If you are not favorable, I don't like you. Whoever is favorable, whoever caters to my self-interest, that I like. And whoever doesn't do that, think of that. If you start insulting me, I won't like you tomorrow. So, this is also a fact of life. So, at the end of the day, I like only those are dear to me who pamper me, who praise me, who are favorable to me. But when I start living this life, whether you are favorable to me or not, I like myself. Why? Because I've discovered this. In the process of giving, I get. When the mother, simple example, day-to-day example is there right before us. When the mother is serving, and husband and, children and brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and everybody are sitting there and eating. Mancha party, this, that, eating like anything, nothing is now left for her. They were all competing. How many you can, competing amongst each other. Nothing is left for her. And what does she feel? Is she unhappy? Oh, they ate away everything. Never thought of me. I don't think any mother would think like this. On the contrary, she is happy in their happiness. Happy in giving them. Feeding, this joy of feeding. There is a joy in feeding. Then you don't require other joys. Today, with all the riches, big, big houses and mansions and this and that. We are struggling to be happy. Struggling. We are not, there is no harmony in our relations. If it is, very good, nothing like it. There is no harmony. Why? Nobody wants to give. Everybody is standing with their ball. Give me. Give me. That person will say, I have no time. No time. Then I also have no time. Tit for tat. I am tired. The other one says, I am also tired. So no cooking, nothing. What I am saying is, when this spirit is not there in life, even in our day-to-day life, we are not happy. Even though we are together, we are not together. Even though we are together, we are not together. Just because we are under one roof, that doesn't mean we are together. When will we be together? When the spirit of yajna is there in our lives. Is there in our lives. Then nothing much is required. So, the paradigm shift from what? From seeking to sharing. From seeking, remember your reality. Remember that. I am full. I am in the position of giving. I contribute, not consume. I distribute, not grab. Not grab. We are otherwise grabbing, competing, not competing but cooperating. Cooperating. Do it and see how far you go. How far you go. Otherwise, with all the progress, we remain where they are. We may be high up on the ladder that way, but in our own self-esteem, we are where we are. So many crutches are required. But we adopt the simple thing, that I am full, I am complete, I am adequate. I work from this platform. So, this person is a sannyasi. This person, even in pravrutti, he is nivritta. He is working, but still he is nivritta. He is not doing anything. How come? Where? He is nivritta here. So, nivritti means that is what a sannyasi is nivritta. Karma yogi is pravritta. He is all out and yet nivritta. This is the art. This is the art we have to learn. And not just listen, but bring it in life. Bring it in life every moment. This is seeking shelter in the intellect. And when this happens, slowly and steadily, the joy that Atma is begins to manifest. And my mind is at peace with itself. I'm happy. I want to know the absolute happiness. But that cannot be gained when the mind is not happy. To know that mind has to be relatively happy, that comes now. I'm not disturbed. No stress, no frustration, no depression. Otherwise, every second person is depressed now. Every second person is depressed. It has become a common thing now. As if children also in depression. Imagine. Where are we heading? Where are we going? We are getting far, and when you go far away from all this, the outside material things, are of no help. Remain to this. Remain steadfast to this. Yogastahas kuru karmani. Lord Krishna, yogastaha kuru karmani, sangam tyaktva dhananjaya. Remain steadfast in yoga and then be out in the field. Mentally, don't tell everyone, I am in yoga, I am doing karma yoga. Need not tell. Need not proclaim. You may also, but automatically when you start working and doing for them, that is yoga. And in the face of siddhi, asiddhi, siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva, whether you get anything, whether people praise you or you seek and you get anything concrete out of that or not, things may go wrong also. Siddhi, asiddhi, samo bhutva, remain same. Maintain the equipoise of mind. And how will I maintain that when I go back to my reality? Then what is coming to me? Praise or censure. When all this benefit or profit or loss, all this don't matter to me when I am here. These are the things coming and going. They don't touch me. They don't touch me when that is the samatvam yoga uchyate. Bhagavan has given the definition, samatvam yoga uchyate. Samatva, equipoise, equanimity is yoga. Equanimity where? In face of all that is different, no results are same. I plant in a certain manner, it didn't work out that way. But I don't go haywire. Fine. Ishvara is the karma phala data. He decides the results. It was for me to work. And after all, what does it matter? I am full. See, you have to go back. You have to keep that as the fulcrum point. Whether I get something or not, fine. Nothing big is lost. I remain what I am. Very beautiful, no? That Lord Rama, on the previous night, Dasharatha called him and said, be ready tomorrow. You will be coronated. That is what Lord Dasharatha, his father, came and told him. Vasishtha also told him, be ready, I'll come tomorrow early morning, 4 o'clock to take you. And early morning, what happened? What happened? Things changed. Tables turned overnight. Kaikeyi changed everything. And the word went to Rama that now coronation is kept aside. Now you have to go to forest for how many? 4, not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Kaikeyi made sure that he will never come back. 14 years means who knows what will happen after 14 years. She thought that 14 years means he will be gone forever. In forest, we never know what will happen. And Rama, there is no change on his face. Prasannatam na gatabhishekatah. Having heard about the coronation, he was not jumping and didn't touch the ceiling. And having heard about going to forest, he did not sink. Tatana mamale vanavasa dukkatah. When he came to know about going to forest, the expression on his face did not change. What is the samatvam? Samatvam. Why? You may say he was Bhagavan. So okay for him. But Bhagavan has come to teach us. He goes through all the tribulations to teach us. Our life is also not a bed of roses. Now this, now that coming, sometimes jumps, jerks are there and all that. They will affect you. They will definitely affect you, provided, where are you? The same old self. Ego, individual, helpless, hapless creature. I'm small. I'm one among many. No, I go back to this. Buddhau śaraṇam anviccha. What does it matter? This is play of life. Play of life. In the drama, everything will happen. And this is a drama, a big drama. I'm just playing my role. My identity is different. Actor plays the role of a beggar, and the actor is what? Amitabh Bachchan. Big A, what? Big B, Big B. He is the hero. He is the actor, and playing the role of what? Beggar. But if he remembers the actor, if he remembers this, then even if he has to cry and fall down and people insults him and throws him, doesn't matter. He will bring out the tears also. He will bring out the tears. But inside he knows, who am I? In fact, I'm playing so well. I'm acting so well. We have to do this. Who am I here? Who is the actor? Who is the actor here? In everybody's case? Satchidananda Atma, Paripurna Brahma, Shivoham, Shivoham, Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chittani, Naham. I am not all this. Who am I? Never forget. Moment you forget, problem. Moment you forget, problem. And that will become deeper and deeper. So, always remember. Buddhau śaraṇam anviccha. There Bhashyakara says, śaraṇam anviccha. He says, paramartha jnana śaraṇo bhava. Always take shelter into a paramartha jnana or Ishvara. Buddhi, here in the buddhi is Ishvara. Place Ishvara here. And I always take shelter into him. Guide me. And one beautiful thing is, even if sometimes we cannot do it, sometimes situations are very difficult. Even though I want to remain composed, I cannot. It happens. Don't give in to that. But the best thing is to pray. Pray to Ishvara. Ishvara is right here. He is your very nature. You have all the rights to pray. You are praying to yourself. Your ulterior, true self can always play. Paramartha jnana śaraṇo bhava. Śaraṇam. Śaraṇam, as I said yesterday. Shiryate asmin iti śaraṇam. There where all your problems come to an end. Take that refuge. Go to him. So you can always talk to him. Pray that give me strength. Give me strength to own up my nature. It is there very much waiting for you to own it up. We have to accept it. We keep on rejecting all the time. Rejecting. I am Brahman. No, I cannot be. I cannot be. Hurry, you are. Assert. Assert. This is where our journey has to. So journey is not out there. It is really going inside. This way, coming back to myself. Even when I'm working, doing whatever, I come back to this. From this I work. My reality. And for that, you may be wherever you are. Need not do big things. As I said, whatever you hear, you come to know what the situation is demanding from you. As I said, every situation demands a proper response from you. Listen to that. And more pure you will become. Easily you will understand what is expected of me in this situation. Arjuna could not decide what is expected of him. Should I fight or give in to my asakti, attachment? He could not decide. But more you become pure, you will be able to see what I am supposed to do. In this manner, In this manner, we proceed. And this will, as I said, it will manifest your reality. You don't have to do anything. It will become evident. And your mind will be pure, transparent, subtle, bereft of all likes and dislikes. In this mind, knowledge will happen very quickly. Śraṇam, mananam, nididhyasanam is very easy in this mind. You know, Swamiji gives the example of a sponge. If there is something spilled, something is there, and if I put a sponge, then it will absorb. Immediately it will absorb. Similarly, when the mind becomes like this, then when it is told, Tattvamasi, Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma, very easy, no problem, no resistance. It is like meeting of gas and what? That fire. Immediately there will be inflammation. So when this mind is there, and this mind will not happen on its own, remember. As Swamiji says, emotional maturity is to be initiated. We cannot become mature on our own. Physically we will be mature. Physically, we don't have to do. You don't do anything and you just become big, ready to get married. But emotionally, that work we have to do. Otherwise, everything will have an impact upon us. So, to end, to sum up, Buddhau śaraṇam anviccha. May you take shelter in buddhi. Buddhi means right attitude, right values, dharma, and this knowledge. And don't waste any moment as far as possible to make this a reality. Okay? Thank you. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanta Shanta Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Om Namaste. There's an announcement. There will be bhajan class at 3 p.m. and there will be chanting class at 4 p.m. Thank you. Followed by Swamiji's class at 5 p.m. today. Thank you.